From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, using your head. Why UNL thinks the path to more environmentally friendly computers and data centers is through modeling the hardware after a human brain. Also tonight, a gift to Gretna. What made Buc-ee's choose the smaller town for their first location on Interstate 80? And a happy medium, how LPS is navigating teaching their students about AI without letting their usage of it get out of hand. And that's where we begin tonight. Artificial intelligence is becoming a bigger part of our lives, and that includes inside the classroom. Take a look at this chart showing the results of a Demand Sage study conducted this year. Among teenage students, more than 50% of them use AI to get information or for brainstorming. This leaves schools with the task of balancing students' AI usage with actual learning. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Rod Fowler. With AI tools becoming easier and easier to access, schools like LPS are shifting this year from asking whether students should use it to teaching them how to use it the right way. Channel 8's Emma Norwood speaking with school leaders on what this would look like.
Artificial intelligence is showing up in more classrooms than ever before. But at Lincoln Public Schools,
one of the biggest factors that we consider is how we make sure students still have to do the good thinking.
Right here, these are the 4 most commonly used forms of AI. Instead of banning the technology, LPS is teaching students how to use it as a starting point and not a finished product. That includes helping the teachers to think outside the box and not be afraid of the evolving tool.
Right now, we have designed a number of lessons at different grade levels where we're talking to students about potential uses of AI. It's not a specific app or a specific tool, but it's more about the thinking that has to go into having students evaluate whether or not using AI is the right thing for them.
Associate Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Sarah Salem, tells me LPS's biggest challenge is helping students get excited and understand how to use AI ethically. And one of the best resources the school district has is UNL, which recently launched an AI Institute focused on ethical innovation, research, and workforce development.
Their work has been really fun to watch through the process and read the reports that have come out of that work. So there are always opportunities. They are a great partner for us in a variety of areas, and I could envision this being something that we continue to take that partnership on and think about how they can help us with this work.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Thank you, Emma. Well, our back-to-school drive has come to an end, and we here at Channel 8 really want to say thank you to everyone who donated. It's always nice to see the community coming together to help fill these trailers you saw there in that video with backpacks and notebooks, pencils, and other classroom essentials. All of the donations will go to LPS students to help them start the school year with the supplies they need. Now let's get a look at your forecast on this Friday evening. Here's a live look from our network of cameras. After some heavy rain last night in some areas, it was mostly cloudy today, but here in Lincoln just a little while ago, yeah, we saw the sun peek out for just a little bit. Let's check in with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro as folks make their weekend plans. Any more rain on the way, Dom?
Hey, good evening, Rod. Happy Friday, everybody. I think the rain chances just about wrapped up. We may see some stronger winds here for the rest of your Friday night. Not likely then the biggest hindrance in your forecast as we head into the start of the weekend. Taking a look at our ABC Seamless camera, a camera that's notorious for shaking in the wind. Got a little bit of a shake out there as we take a look then at temperatures across the state on the cooler side. Middle to upper 70s here in eastern Nebraska, the lower 80s for central Nebraska, and upper 80s to lower 90s as you get out into the western fringes there of the state. So kind of a nice little transition then from some cooler temperatures out to those still summertime temperatures out towards the west. And here's a look at those winds right now, sustained anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour out of the north. These will continue here for just a little bit longer, and like we'll join you then for any outdoor plans tonight in the capital cities. We take a look then at that cloud cover just on the edge of that here. We'll hopefully see a little more clearing over the next several hours, and especially so as we head into the weekend. For your highs on Saturday into the mid 80s, so still a seasonally cooler day here for the start of August, though we may see some smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere with those northerly winds as well. Then back into the upper 80s for your Sunday forecast as those winds calm down and switch to be more out of the east and southeast between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Now we'll have a better look at what that forecast is looking like into the week ahead and when we could be looking at those rain chances again coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Developing now, the detection of dangerous diseases might be possible through a tiny sticker. We first brought you this story yesterday about a UNL engineer who is making strides in early detection of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's through tracking how patients walk. Today, we're getting an inside look at how it's made and how it works. Our Danielle Da Silva got into the lab where these devices are made and tested. She has a story for us after learning the connection between walking and early detection. Danielle?
A UNL professor of engineering is making major waves in the medical industry. Using this machine behind me, he created a tiny device, a sticker, that's giving doctors a heads up on what's going on inside of your body.
So in a few minutes, this will be ready.
Dr. Ericles Pepinos is a professor of vascular surgery at UNMC. He says evaluating the way a person walks or their gait is many times the very first step in discovering some major medical issues. And different diseases affect your walking in different ways.
In other words, if the problem is your joints, you have a certain walking pattern. If the problem is blood flow, you have a little different pattern. And if your brain is the problem, different again.
He says finding these patterns is crucial for diagnosis and takes a multidisciplinary collaboration. Doctors study the disease's impact. Biomechanists like UNMC's Dr. Myers connects it to the walking difficulties, and now engineers too.
Like Dr. Salim, take this information and produce a sensor.
After a conversation with NU President Dr. Gold, Dr. Fadi Al-Salim spent the last year using his research in the field of architectural engineering to combine it with the research done by his medical colleagues and built a sensor as small as a Band-Aid that picks up the body's movements over time.
We'll put the components in the PCB and then we take it to the oven and then we'll bake that device to be ready.
Creating the company Grasshopper, his work is revolutionizing the ability for the everyday person to bring back data to their doctors for early detection. So how did this all come together?
Nebraska department, we get the grant to support this commercialization. Private donors and companies in Nebraska also. So it's kind of very strong ecosystem that kind of move things from research to products.
The team is currently building up the AI model to improve the efficiency of this sticker and will then be starting clinical trials.
They will recruit patients with Parkinson's disease and healthy subject because you want to compare a healthy subject with one has a disease. You know, we envision this is, again, bigger than this. And eventually, I'm waiting a way where our Huskers or Maverick and UNO, they're wearing this during the game.
And should be made accessible to everyone all around the world, having it start right here in Nebraska.
Salim says the product should be available by the end of this year and should be covered by your insurance under medical device coverage. Danielle Da Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Danielle. Don't go anywhere. We have more heading your way after the break, including Computer of the Future, why UNL is choosing to research modeling the hardware of a computer after human neurons. Stay with us. We're back in 1 minute. $15 million grant is going to some interesting research at UNL. The university will be taking this money and putting it into the research of new quantum materials. The ultimate goal here is to build a computer that operates like our human brain. The quantum materials they're researching would be electrical and magnetic, just like human neurons. They think that if they were able to put those materials into a computer or into data centers, both would require way less electricity to operate. It would be a massive step forward in the environmental safety of data centers. We'll keep you posted as their research gets underway. We now know the route for Crete Police Chief Gary Young's procession. Following the funeral service, which will begin at 10 a.m. on Monday at the Ag Hall in Crete, Chief Young's body will be brought to Lincoln Memorial Cemetery. They're going to enter Lincoln at South 14th Street there at Saltillo, and they're going to continue northbound up to the cemetery. The State Patrol says you're encouraged to line the routes both in Crete and in Lincoln if you get a chance, but don't do it on the highway. We will be bringing you scenes from the procession in our shows come Monday. Right now, the Lincoln Airport is raising awareness during Human Trafficking Awareness Day. The most recent numbers are coming from 2024. There were about 12,000 identified trafficking situations and cases across the U.S., according to the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Nebraska accounted for over 0.5% of those, but many cases go unreported. Lincoln Airport partners with Blue Lightning, an initiative to end human trafficking. They came together today to strengthen the community's knowledge and recognizing the signs of this. Our Skylar Sears was at the event today and has a story for us this evening.
Local organizations gathered at the Lincoln Airport, raising awareness about human trafficking. It's closer to home than many people realize, happening here in Nebraska, often involving someone the victim knows. That's why they say community members play an important role in recognizing the warning signs and reporting concerns.
Trafficking's local. Most people get trafficked by people they know or family, friends. And that's why the public, our eyes or ears, when you call 911, those tips come in, we'll react to that. Our local partners will react to that.
Law enforcement says every report is taken seriously and can help connect potential victims with resources and support.
We are always willing to take that call and explore it, investigate it, and even if there's nothing at that moment in time that we can do as law enforcement officers, this is why we have these relationships and partnerships. We'll make the referrals if we see signs and symptoms.
Speakers say they want victims to know they aren't alone and that local organizations are ready to meet them where they are and support them. Reporting in Lincoln, Skylar Sears, Channel 8 News.
And we're off to a seasonally cooler start to August with mostly sunny skies on the way for your weekend. I'll have the latest details on that weekend forecast and more coming up after the break.
More about the new Buc-ee's being built in Gretna. This is where the mega gas station chain called Buc-ee's will be off of Interstate 80 near the Nebraska crossing outlet there in Gretna. Although Interstate 80 stretches almost 3,000 miles from San Francisco to New York City, this is going to be the first Buc-ee's built along an interstate. Buc-ee's has a huge following across America, so there's a lot of excitement swirling around the construction of this one in Gretna. City leaders say the company expects to close on the property around September and begin construction as early as next spring. We got on the phone with the Gretna City Administrator today to learn more about why Buc-ee's chose this location.
The Buc-ee's representative has told time and time again, if it were not for this amazing incentive, they would not have looked at Nebraska.
The incentive she's talking about is the Good Life District program. It's where certain districts receive a portion of the state sales tax generated in their area to invest in projects. This Buc-ee's in Gretna falls into that category.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
And we're still looking at a bit of a cloudy and breezy close then to the work week. Temperatures remaining on the cooler side here, especially for late July as we round things out here. Heading into the weekend, though, sunshine does return to the forecast, though maybe overshadowed just a little bit with those stronger winds out of the north, pushing in some wildfire smoke then up from our north. And while we won't see a whole lot of impacts there to the surface, it could certainly give kind of a hazy look to your skies as we head throughout the day on Saturday. Then back to normal temperatures on Sunday and into the start of next week as we start to see southerly winds return to the area. As of the climate report from the National Weather Service very early this morning, yesterday, Lincoln totaling just under an inch of precipitation with those showers and storms. That puts us then to almost 6 3/4 inches of precipitation for the month, and that is over double our average for the month of July. So we'll take that, especially considering how dry we've been at times this year. So certainly us in Lincoln seeing the benefits of some rainfall. Now there's still plenty of folks across the state who could use the moisture, so kind of hoping then for a little more rain as we round out meteorological summer, which is at the end of August. So we're kind of getting ready to come to a close to that as we take a quick look outside here on your Allen Communications camera. A little more sunshine out there. A few passing clouds in the capital city. Temperatures right now in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Then in eastern Nebraska, still plenty warm though. Southwest Nebraska, the upper 80s to lower 90s, the lower 90s as well for the Panhandle. If we take a closer look then here in southeast Nebraska, 77 in Beatrice, 79 in Lincoln, 72 up in Omaha. That changed pretty quick there. And then the lower 80s as well for the Tri-Cities area. Still plenty breezy out there. Gusts at the Lincoln Airport up to 30 miles per hour, up to close to 40 then at Epley Airfield there in Omaha, and then the lower to middle 30s for those wind gusts as you head out towards Grand Island and Hastings. So it's going to be pretty breezy here at least until sunset, and we'll see those die down just a little bit, but still looking at a few stronger winds then as we head throughout your day on Saturday too. Just right on the edge of some cloud cover to mostly then clear skies as you head down Interstate 80 to our west, and a few lighter showers then continuing to kind of circle around that area of low pressure over central portions of Iowa. I do think, though, as we head into the evening tonight, we stay on the clear side. Stormcast kind of agreeing with that as we see that cloud cover move then off to our south and east. Fairly clear skies then for the start of your day on Saturday. Lots of sunshine as we go throughout the afternoon, and then staying on the clear side as we go Saturday night into early Sunday morning. I'm not anticipating really a whole lot of cloud cover then either as we head towards the start of your Sunday afternoon. Taking a look though at that smoke forecast for the upper atmosphere, we do anticipate that to build in as we go through the overnight hours tonight into early Saturday morning. As you mentioned, we don't anticipate a whole lot of this making its way to the surface, but could kind of give that hazy look to the sky then as we go throughout the day on Saturday. Might even help keep those temperatures down just a couple of degrees here in eastern Nebraska, and such temperatures here in the lower to middle 80s for your Saturday as winds out of the north between 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusting once again up to 30. So a little of a cooler start then to the month of August. Back into the upper 80s to lower 90s as we round out the weekend and into the start of next week, with then another chance for showers and thunderstorms very late Tuesday and then sporadically there between Wednesday and into Thursday. That will bring your highs back down to the middle 80s, but won't take long to get closer to those seasonal temperatures once again as we round out next week.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Up next, our Nick Erickson is going to take us into the sports zone tonight. What's on the docket tonight?
Thanks, Rod. I like your tie, by the way.
Thank you.
Coming up, Husker football players receive restructured NIL deals, and Nebraska track and field finalizes its staff for the 26-27 season. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Wednesday. From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing. Here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, hey everyone, welcome into the Sports Zone on this Friday evening. I'm Nick Erickson. First up, the Associated Press reported that 18 Nebraska football players were approved by the College Sports Commission for restructured NIL deals totaling up to $7.5 million. Who the 18 players were was not released to the public. But what is interesting about this deal is that it was initially rejected 2 months ago by the College Sports Commission, according to the Associated Press, because it dealt with a third-party playfly and didn't know if they were considered to be an associated entity. It said, quote, the arbitrator said the deals lacked what the CSC called a valid business purpose because they did not include goods or services offered to the general public for profit. Roy Dannon, Nebraska's athletic director, says that full payment for the 18 Husker players would be made following the fulfillment of their responsibilities regarding the deal. Some track and field news broke out on Friday for the Huskers as head coach Justin St. Clair is staying put for a few more years. St. Clair, who has been the head coach for 3 years, signed a contract extension keeping him in Lincoln through 2031. In a press release put out by UNL, St. Clair stated there's no place like Nebraska. The level of support, vision, and commitment to our student athletes is remarkable. but went on to say that he is excited to get the team back on campus and continue building something special together. Additionally, 2 new staff members were brought on as the Huskers welcome in Kareem and Jackie Street Thompson to join the program. Both come to Lincoln after serving as coaches at University of Texas San Antonio. St. Clair stated in the press release that he is thrilled to welcome Kareem, Jackie, and their 2 daughters to Nebraska. He said they both bring a wealth of experience, success, and knowledge that will eliminate the program. Over the past couple days, negotiations and talks have been going on regarding the Protect College Sports Act and whether the bill will pass. Earlier this week, the SEC and Big Ten failed to reach a negotiation with lawmakers, claiming they had issues with the cap circumvention provision. According to Yahoo Sports today, the SEC and Big Ten requested, quote, additional language to a cap circumvention provision in the Protect College Sports Act that would result in their support. The SEC held a conference-wide phone call with university presidents this morning, many claiming that if changes are made to the cap circumvention, their group would be more supportive of the bill. This could be a huge step forward for lawmakers if these changes are made. And checking into professional baseball as we take a look at the scoreboard here, the Royals on the road again after a tough series loss in Minnesota as they take a trip down to the mountains to face the Rockies in a 3-game set. Action starts tonight at 7:40 p.m. and Michael Wacha on the bump. And for the Salt Dogs, they are also on the road at Winnipeg as they take on the Gold Eyes. Their rubber match set to begin at 7 p.m. Rob, that's all the time we have here in the Sports Zone, but we'll have more in the 10. So we'll go ahead and toss things back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nick. Let's get a final check of the weather with Dominic to see what tonight has in store.
Yeah, it's still a little bit breezy out there, Rod. Maybe hang on. If you're going out to dinner tonight, hang on to the plate, maybe a little extra there. Hang on to the trash can as we go through the overnight hours. Mid to upper 50s, then to low 60s for those overnight lows as temperatures then still on the cooler side in eastern Nebraska as we go throughout the day here on Saturday. The low to mid 80s for those highs, including for us here in the capital city, upper 80s to low 90s as you get out towards the west. So one side of the state kind of looks a little more like the start of August than the other. As we take a look then through the weekend, upper 80s return to the forecast on Sunday, even the chance at the lower 90s for the start of next week. We do stay on the dry side, though, through the weekend ahead, as we're anticipating then another chance for showers and storms as we head towards the middle of next week. So, Rod, going to get outside and enjoy some nice weather this weekend.
All right. Thank you so much, Dominic, and thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoy your Friday night, and we hope you'll join us back here at 10 o'clock. See you then.
Ernie's